Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another deep dive into the world of fluency. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark. Today, Sarah, we're talking about something that makes me feel like a beginner again, even though I've been studying for years.
Let me guess. It's that internal translator that won't stop talking in your head.
Exactly. It's like there's a wall between my thoughts and my mouth. I hear you speak, I understand 100%, but when I reply, I'm mentally translating every sentence from my native language. It feels so heavy. Why can't I just think in English?
It's the intermediate plateau, Mark. You have the knowledge, but you're still using your native language as a safety net. Today, we're going to discuss why your brain is addicted to translating and how to move into a direct association mindset.
The psychology of the safety net.
You said addicted. That's a strong word, Sarah.
It is, but it's accurate. Your native language is your comfort zone. When you encounter a complex English concept, your brain instinctively runs back to your first language to verify the meaning. It's a protection mechanism to avoid looking foolish.
That's exactly it. I'm terrified of saying something that doesn't make sense.
But here's the irony. By translating, you're actually more likely to make mistakes. Languages don't have a one-to-one relationship. If you translate a phrase literally from your language into English, it often sounds unnatural or completely wrong. You're trying to use English words with a non-English logic.
So the middleman isn't just slow, he's also a bad translator?
Precisely! He's using the wrong grammar patterns. To stop this, we have to start building direct neural pathways.
Strategy. The monolingual immersion.
Okay, how do we build those pathways?
First, we have to stop the poisoning of your brain. Mark, when you see a new word, what's the first thing you do?
I open my phone and look up the translation.
That's the poison. You're telling your brain, you don't need to understand English through English. From now on, you must use a monolingual learner's dictionary.
You mean a dictionary where the definitions are also in English?
Exactly. When you read a definition in English, you are staying within the English bubble. You are forced to use words you already know to understand a new concept. It builds a web of English connections in your mind rather than just a single line back to my native language.
I've tried that, but sometimes the definition has words I don't know either.
That's the rabbit hole. It's okay. Follow the trail. That struggle is exactly what trains your brain to stop relying on a translation. It's like an English-only workout for your mind.
The conceptual visualization technique.
Next, we need to move away from words and move toward concepts.
What do you mean by concepts?
When I say the word negotiation, don't think of the word in your language. Instead, I want you to visualize two people in suits sitting at a table, discussing a contract. See the pens, hear the quiet voices, feel the tension in the room.
So I'm attaching the English word to a mental movie instead of a translated word.
Exactly. Your brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text. If you attach negotiation to that mental image, your recall will be instantaneous. You won't have to find the word, the image will trigger the word.
That's powerful. It feels like I'm learning the world all over again, but in English.
Narrative fluency. The internal monologue.
I've heard people say I should think in English, but how do I actually start doing that? My thoughts are naturally in my own language.
You have to narrate your life, but at an intermediate level. Don't just say, I am eating. That's too easy. Try to describe your opinions and feelings as they happen.
Give me an example.
While you're driving, don't just sit in silence. Say out loud, I'm wondering why the traffic is so heavy today. Perhaps there's an accident ahead. I should probably have taken the other route, but it's too late now.
Wow, that's much more complex.
It is! You're practicing logical flow. You're connecting ideas like perhaps, should have, and consequently. If you can do this while driving, you'll find that when you're in a real meeting, those connectors will just pop into your head without effort.
The shadowing method for flow.
Sometimes I feel like even if I have the thought, my mouth can't keep up.
That's where shadowing comes in. You need to listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say at the same time. Don't wait for them to finish.
That sounds impossible.
It's challenging, but it's the best way to break the translation habit. Because you have to speak so quickly, your brain cannot translate. It doesn't have time. You are forced to bypass the translation center and go straight to the mimicry center.
So it's like training my mouth to be a native speaker while my brain just follows along?
Exactly. You're developing muscle memory for the rhythm, the intonation, and the speed. Eventually, the feeling of the language becomes more important than the translation of the language.
Messy middle.
Sarah, I'm worried that if I stop translating, I'll sound less intelligent. My native language is so sophisticated, but my direct English feels simple.
This is the hardest part, Mark. You have to accept being simple for a while so you can eventually be fluent.
It's an ego thing, isn't it?
Entirely. You want to sound like an expert, but your English level is still growing. But listen, a native speaker would much rather talk to someone who is simple and fast than someone who is sophisticated and painfully slow. Fluency is about connection, not perfection.
That's a good reminder. I need to let go of the ego and just focus on the flow.
Let's recap the direct thinking plan for our intermediate listeners. Ditch the translation dictionary. Switch to an English learner's dictionary today. Visualize concepts. Attach words to mental movies, not native words. Complex internal monologue. Narrate your opinions and what-if scenarios. Shadowing. Practice speaking at the speed of a native to outrun your translator. Prioritize flow. Accept being simple so you can become fast.
I feel like I have a real roadmap now, Sarah. No more safety nets.
You've got this, Mark. Throw the net away and start swimming.
Thanks for the talk, Sarah. See you all next time.
Happy speaking, everyone.